Hey, Britt, how are you? A little bit more sun here. Hey, Riri, how are you? Hey, Danielle. I feel like I'm low. How is everyone doing post-Christmas? Hey, sis. Hey, Jewish kitten. How are you? Thanks for inviting your followers. It was pretty good. It was relaxing and all that great stuff. Hey, Morgan, how's it going, girl? I haven't seen you in a minute. I haven't seen you virtually in a minute. So welcome. So, guys, I wanted to come on really quick. Well, I'll be on for a while. But I wanted to talk to you all about relationship with money. Because I know with me, that has not always been at the top of my mind. It has not always been that important to me because I used to be in a place where I felt like money was not an issue. It was not a factor. I had it. I had plenty of it. And I really didn't have any goals, honestly, concerning my finances or, how to spend, what I should be spending on, and things of that nature. So I really had a messed up mindset when it came to money. And I ended up getting myself in debt and, making all these stupid decisions as it related to money because I didn't understand it. I didn't really understand its purpose. I knew it was to spend, and I was definitely doing that. But I didn't understand, its value, I guess I should say, in my life and how I needed to effectively utilize it for the welfare of my right now and for my tomorrow. So I'm sure that I'm not the only one that's in this space. I'm sure that there are many of you that are out there that have been experiencing the same thing. And for me, when I really found out, the value of money, the value of me prospering and why I was to prosper, because the word of God tells us that we are to prosper and be in good health, even as our soul prosper, and all of these great things and scriptural references that we can quote all day long. But when you don't understand the purpose of money and when you don't understand the reason for prosperity, it is easy for us to misuse and abuse the very thing that God has given us to be able to bless, to glorify Him, number one, and then to bless others. Hey, cuz. So, often we say that it's not that people have a money issue. And I know for me, for years, it wasn't that I had a money issue because thank God I've always had a pretty decent job. I've always gotten, pretty decent pay or whatever the case may be. So that wasn't really the issue, but it was more so the mismanagement and the misuse and the abuse and really the greed of wanting more, feeling like I deserve more, feeling like, more was owed to me. And while some of that may be true, because again, when we look at scriptural reference, God tells us that we are to prosper and be in good health. And, the cattle on 1,000 hills belong to us. And, we are, prosperity belongs to us. I mean, when it's all said and done, intangibly. But what I do understand is that if we are unable to be faithful over that which God has already given us, He is not going to continue to give us more. He's not going to continue to increase us and to enlarge us and to make money available to us when we are not showing ourselves to be good stewards over that which He already has given us. And I had to learn that the hard way, because I would pray the same prayer that everybody else was praying and declare and decree the word and affirm and make these declarations that I wanted more. And I would say, God, I need a raise, and God, I need a promotion. Come on, who can resonate with me on this scope on today? Lord, I need you to move in my life. I need you to move my finances. I need something to happen right now. I need you to do this and I need you to do that. And I was making all of these requests and making all of these petitions, and I was using the word of God. I was going to God saying, Lord, you said in your word that if I shall ask anything in your son Jesus' name, that shall you do so that the Father may be glorified. Lord, you said, Lord, you said, Lord, you said. So I was using the word, but I was sincere, but I was sincerely wrong. I was genuine, but I was genuinely wrong, because what I didn't understand is that it was going to take action on my part. And that's the part that I totally missed. I just thought if I was good, being good to people, doing good unto people, and I was paying my tithes and my offerings, because too, we don't be careful, we're not careful with that as well. The religious church will tell us that that's all we need to do. All you need to do is pay your tithes and your offerings, and and God will bless you. He will open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you shall not have room enough to receive. So I was paying my tithes and my offering. I was giving seeds. I was sowing seeds, and I was doing all of this, but I was not preparing on the other end. I was not doing things in the natural in order for these things to come to fruition. Now I believe in miracles, and I know that God can perform them, and I know that He will open up doors. I know all of that. I get all of that. I've had that happen to me. But at the end of the way, we have to show ourselves faithful. We have to show ourselves faithful. So I hope you all guys are in for a treat on this afternoon. This is our lunch hour scope. And I really want you guys to get something out of this. So if you are in a position to write down some notes, please do that. I want to share some statistics with you. Then I want to share with you, 5 moments of my truth that, changed my relationship with money and constantly changing my relationship with money. And now get this, everyone. Hey, Keisha, I have not arrived. Keisha, I still need to call you. I know, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. But I definitely need to get in touch with you. I just wanted to say that while I saw you here. I have not arrived by any means. I'm not in this place where, I'm so, in an abundantly blessed place that I don't have any room for growth. I've maxed out. And when it comes to prosperity, I'm not in this place at all. So as I'm teaching you and as I'm talking to you today, I'm also receiving this information and constantly self-reflecting. Even just this past Christmas and things of that nature, so many people that have, gone out and spent all of this money on gifts and things of that nature. I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking it by any means, but we just have to do things differently. We have to do things differently than what we've done before. Before that was me. I would go out and spend thousands of dollars on gifts. Thousands of dollars on gifts, not even thinking about it, charging credit card, charging accounts, and, doing all these crazy things. And who's left with the bill? Me. Who still is paying off those things as a result of bad decisions, poor decisions, not properly planning and thinking, okay, I want to get Lil Johnny something and Lil Sierra something or whoever something. But at the end of the day, we have to consider the decision and count the cost of what that decision is going to cost us in the end. We have to do that. So I want to read some stats here for you. And, for those that may be new to the scope, I have never been on or replaying. Thank you, Danielle. I'm Treal Ravenel, by the way. I'm one of the founders of Detour Movement. And what our movement is about is all about you transforming your life by renewing your mind. Romans 12:1 and 2. More so the emphasis on verse 2. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, our sisters, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice. That's verse 1. Holy and acceptable unto God, which is a reasonable service. But be ye not transformed. But be ye not conformed to the patterns of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Verse 2, be not conformed. Don't do what the world is doing, because when you do what the world is doing, you're going to get the world results. When you're spending like the world, when your mindset is like the world, you're going to get the world results. And I'm not talking about behavior as far as lifestyle. I'm talking about money. I'm talking about doing the same thing that you see everybody else out here doing, spending thousands of dollars on things and goods and services, whereas, God wants us to have those things, but all things in moderation. And if you really look at somebody that's wealthy or, have, inherited blessings, or are prosperous in the light of money, they're not spenders. They're not spenders. These people do not, for the most part, go out and get the latest and greatest of anything. They live very moderately. As a matter of fact, I heard that Warren Buffett, if I can recall, he still lives in the same house that he's lived in for years. I'm sure he's renovated it and upgraded and things of that nature. But from what I understand, and I believe, and if anybody can, put a stamp of approval on this, I believe this man is a freaking billionaire. He lives in the same house that he's lived in for decades. for decades. And we have to get to a place where we're not just looking at, oh, I want the big house, oh, I want the nice car. And, I know we want those things, but at the same time, we're living for tomorrow. We're not living day by day. You have this thing where people, oh, live it up, YOLO, you only live once, and, you work hard, you should be able to play hard. I get all of that, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be house rich and poor. Bank account poor. You don't want to be car rich and bank account poor. You don't want more clothes. You don't want to be more valuable or more rich on what you wear. Your clothes, are more expensive than what you have in your bank account. You're walking around with $1,000 outfit on, or ensemble on all together, or a $500 hairstyle, and you only have $30 in your savings accounts. So we have to really take a step back and look at how we are spending our money, look at how we're managing our finances. And I'm talking to me as well. I'm not just talking to you guys. Trust me, I'm talking to you, because even for this past Christmas, thankfully, we exchanged gifts on New Year's. So I was able to shop after Christmas and catch a lot of steal deals, because I'm not doing it anymore. I don't care if I have it or not. The fact of the matter is not if I have it. That's not the issue here. The issue is, like Jill said, misplaced values. Like, what are we putting our value in? The Word of God tells us that where our treasure is, that's where our heart is also. So what is our treasure? What are the things that we say that we love and that we care about and we cherish? Those are the things. That's the question at mind. That's the question at hand here. So I want to read some stats, because as I was reading this, I was looking at the bad saving habits when it comes to Americans. When it comes to us, but our bad saving habits, and it talks about, shopping and eating out and all of these things that we do as Americans. So listen up, you guys. 42% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 42%. That's including 25% of those earning more than $100,000 per year. So have you often heard that the more you make, the more you spend? That's so true, because what happens is that the more you make, you typically, the typical American, they will maximize what they're earning based on their lifestyle. So, for instance, if I get a raise for $6,000 a year, instead of me keeping the same Toyota that I've been driving, and that's fine, working fine, I would go out and upgrade my vehicle because I got a raise. That's not what we're supposed to do. The more money we make, we're supposed to be saving. We're supposed to be investing. And we have an opportunity, to give to charity and things of that nature. But just because you're getting an increase in your job or raise or more money is coming in, that's not a trigger for you to go out and maximize that extra money that you're getting in. That's to save. Again, talking to me too. That is to save. And then some of us wonder why God may not be increasing you, why he may not give you that promotion. Because when he gave you the promotion 2 years ago, all you did was maximize that money as well, when you were supposed to save it, when you were supposed to, invest it in a stock or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So we have to really look at that. 29% of American workers have less than $1,000 in savings. 29% of American workers have less than $1,000 in savings. Again, going back to the example, but we will spend money on weave, we will spend money on clothes, we will spend money on concerts, we will spend money on everything else, but we won't save. Come on. When something happens to you, Beyonce is not coming to get you. On Jordans, Fantasia, and not knocking any of them. They're all great artists. They're all wonderful people in their own light. But I'm just using them as an example because I know those were the two latest concerts that were, here recently. Not so much in Charleston, but just being held. And I know that people went out and spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in VIP and all of this stuff. But yet, they can't pay their utility bills. You have to call and make arrangements on other bills that you have because you wanted to go to a concert. The tickets alone were hundreds of dollars. So come on, we have to have our values in the right place. But you don't have $1,000 in your savings account? At least $1,000. And that's on the bare minimum. At least $1,000. We have to do better, you guys. Half have less than 1 month's income saved. Half of these have less than 1 month income saved. So let's say you get paid $4,000 a month. You don't even have $2,000 saved. So what if something happened today? Right now, if you went to work and they laid you off right now, it says the personal savings rate in 2014 was just 4.4%. That is extremely low, meaning that out of every $1,000 earned, we spent all of it except for $44. Does that not make you upset? Because that makes me upset. That makes me upset to the point of when I see my son just spending. And I'm like, dude, you don't want to spend all of your money. You get out there, you work hard. You don't spend every dime you have. Or even leave $44 for that matter. At least save yourself at least 10% of that $1,000. At least 10%. You know what I mean? I'm joking, but I'm serious at the same time. Millennials have a savings rate of -2%. My son is in that bracket, that millennial. A -2%. Hey, Mika. Thanks to factors like high school student loan debt and skyrocketed rent prices. Approximately 10 million U.S. households have no bank account whatsoever. And I know some people don't believe in the bank accounts and they rather, save money in their shoe box or whatever the case may be. I don't knock that because honestly, the bank doesn't really give you that much interest. But the purpose of the bank is so that the money won't be so accessible. So if you are a disciplined person, your shoebox or whatever at home, your envelopes may work for you. But if you're not a disciplined person, you need that bank account. You definitely need that bank account. So I share that with you under the mattress, right? I share that with you because I want us to have a very honest conversation on today. I want us to have a transformation conversation on today because I know many of you, like me, every year, we want to get out of debt. Come on, you guys. Whose resolution per se or goal is that this year? You want to get out of debt, or you want to pay down debt, or you want to decrease your debt, by a significant amount. You want to reduce debt. You want to pay off a bill, or whatever the case may be. You've made that declaration, not only in 2016, but in 2015, in 2014, 2013. So we continue to make these declarations, me included. Why are we still in debt? Why are we still here? Come on, you guys. Why are we still here? We have to realize that what we've been doing in the past has not been working because if it has, we all would be here out of debt. All our needs are met. Out of debt, out of complete debt, house debt, car debt, student loan debt, all of it's debt. No, they say you have good debt, bad debt. Debt is debt. So we are still here and we're continuing to accrue debt because of the things that we want, not necessarily that we need, but because of things that we want and we desire. Because if the truth be told, we should be in a position where we are paying cash for houses, for cars, and all of that. And I know it's going to take us some time to get there, but if the truth be told, that's the position that we should be in. And that's the position that we should be striving for. So some of my moments of truth that I wanted to share with you, and I believe that this is going to bless you and that this is going to help you because I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I got so upset the other day. I paid $90 to get my oil changed, and my husband is able to change my oil, but because he was out of town and his schedule was so extremely crazy, he wasn't able to do it. And he was like, honey, I could have done that for you. I'm like, I know, but you were so busy. He's like, womp. But I'm like, definitely next time, because that could have saved me $70 or save us $70 because he has all of the material and everything. And I'm so panicky. My car was already 2 weeks over the oil change. I'm like, I'm going to get my oil changed because I just panic when it comes to stuff like that. But I could have saved $70. So just things like that. Things like that we don't think about, even with washing our car and spending $30 or $40 where we can just go to one of the local gas stations, wash it ourselves. Because at one point, I used to wash my car myself. And me and my husband included, we'll go to the car wash. So come on, we have to do a better job and really look. And it's not at the big things that are minimizing our income. It's a lot of the little things that we're not looking at. It's a lot of the little things that are eating up our finances that we're just thinking, oh, it's just $5. Oh, that's just $10. Yes. And Jill, I don't do my own pedicure, but I'll stretch it out as long as possible. I'll stretch my nails out as long as possible. You know what I'm saying? Just things like that. All those things add up. Hence, one reason why I'm natural. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to save wherever I can. You know what I mean? So five things really quickly is I had to change my mindset. And in changing my mindset, I had to change my relationship with money. I had to change my relationship with money. I had to change how I looked at it. I had to change the way I looked at its purpose concerning my life. It was not just about spending. It was not just about having the latest and greatest. It was not just about trying to keep up with whomever, doing whatever and however, because it's totally not about that. But I had to look at, I had to look at where I wanted to go and what I needed to do in order to get to that place. Because I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of not having exactly what I want because I'm spending it on other things, or not so much having what I want, but having things of value. Having things of value and being in a really good position where if the poor did need, because the Bible tells us that the poor we'll always have with us. If somebody was really in need of their rent paid or transportation or something, I really want to be in that position where I can sow a car of value into somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Not just saying, oh, let me give you $10 for gas. No, sweetheart, you're a single mom. You need a vehicle. Let's go down to the car lot. You know what I'm saying? Let's go down to the car lot. You need a home. Me and some friends partner and purchase a home for this person. That's the type of position I want to be in. I'm past being able to get a Lexus or a BMW or a Mercedes. I'm past that. And I want to be in a position where I'm of greater value and of greater purpose to other people, and not just looking at my little personal needs or wants really that I want for my own life. Yes. Number two, and also with the mindset, what I want to talk about is I had to get rid of all the lies that I was told as far as being in a poverty mindset. And because I had believed at one point that we were only going to have, you just need enough for you and yourself. Like the widow woman, you just need enough for you and yourself. She said, I just have enough for me, my sons. We're going to eat this and die. The devil is a liar. God wants you to have more and have it in more abundantly. And a lot of times people are still stagnated or in a place of poverty because they feel like I only need enough. I only need enough to get by. No, that's selfish. Really? Because we are supposed to be in a place where we can help other people. Number two, nothing was going to happen without my consent. Nothing was going to happen without my consent. Somebody said it earlier. I think it was you, Daniel. Faith without work is dead. Faith without work is a waste of time. So I'll be the first. I can speak life all day long. I wrote a whole book about it. But at the end of the day, if we're not doing the work that is required, it's not going to happen. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you speak. I don't care how much you declare and decree for 7 days. I don't care if you fast 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or for 40 days straight. It is not going to happen without you doing the work. You need discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency. Number three, I have the power to get wealth. So I had to use that mind and that physical power to create my own wealth, because God says that he's given us the power to create wealth. Again, he's not going to drop it in your lap. He's not going to put it in your mailbox. Somebody's not going to majestically, bless you. And many of us don't have inherited blessings. I mean, let's just be honest with it. Be honest with ourselves. We didn't have somebody that died and left us billions of dollars. So that's not our case. So we're going to have to get out there and work, whether it's a job from 9 to 5, rather it is a business, rather it's a side hustle, rather it is a ministry, whatever. God has given us the power to get wealth. And Ecclesiastes tells us that whatever we find our hands to do with all diligence, because I believe that little becomes much when we put it in the master's hand. Many of you out there, you have things that you are just sitting on. You are sitting on gold mines. You are sitting on your gifts and your purposes and your callings, and you're wondering, like, God, I need money. Lord, I need you to increase me. I need you to do all of this, when he has already given you the idea. He's giving you the idea. He's giving you a plan, a strategy on how to execute it, and you're just sitting on it. And God has given you the power to get wealth. I wish I could do some of the things I see people have the ability to do. I know people that can sew. I know people that are very crafty, that are very artistic, that have all of these gifts and these talents, and they're just sitting on these things. I'm telling you, it makes me mad, because I'm like, God, I can't sew. I can't do this. I can't do that. Can I learn? Yes, but that's not my gifting. That's not what he has called me to do. And I see people just sitting on these things. They're sitting on gold mines and crying broke and, oh, I need this and I need that. And I'm like, you're sitting on a gold mine. You're literally sitting on a gold mine. Come on, you guys. So we need motivation and innovation. Motivation and innovation. That's 3. 4, money management and budget. Money management and budget. That's self-control. That was my thing. Self-control is not about just because you have it, you go spend it. It's not about that at all. I don't care if you make 50,000, 100,000, 200,000. It does not matter. Just because you have it, that does not mean you spend it. Because if you can't manage a dime, you certainly can't manage a dollar, and so forth and so on. We have to learn how to manage the little things that we have. Just like today, I wanted to buy my nephew some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle crayons because I bought him some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle items for Christmas, right? After post-Christmas. These crayons were $5. I'm like, I'm not buying those crayons. I'm just going to get him some dollar crayons. Yes, it's that serious. Those type of decisions. Did I have $5 to spend for the crayons? Yes. But I'm like, I can just get him regular crayons. Even though the booklet that he has is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle booklet. I'm like, I'm getting him dollar crayons from the dollar store. They're going to, come on, somebody. But I'm just saying, like, stuff like that, we really have to take that approach to everything that we do. Everything that we do, right? So self-control, not stopping by Starbucks every morning. That was a really bad weakness for me when I lived in San Diego. Cream cheese Danish and white chocolate mocha, $6 a day, $30 a week on a cheese Danish and some dang on coffee. Come on, somebody. You know, things like that we don't think about. We don't think about. If you want coffee that bad, buy a coffee pot. Buy the Starbucks coffee. That's probably going to be cheaper. You know, it may not taste exactly the same, but hey, you got Starbucks. You know, we have to start making those type of decisions. Managing what we already have and budgeting, and not just budgeting, because I'll be the first. I have a budget. I do, and I will update it every quarter, but I don't always go by the budget. I'm just going to be honest with you. Sometimes I misuse my budget. Sometimes I abuse my budget. Sometimes I go over my budget, trying to not only please myself, but please other people. And I really have to start looking at it like, okay, this is what I have. This is all I have. Like, somebody asked me to borrow some money, and I'm like, no, I don't have it to borrow. Like, I've already spent out all my budget money. And they were like, well, you should, do yourself like that, or whatever the case may be, and just not have anything to give. I said, no, I have to intentionally do this. If I'm not going to go in certain pockets of my money to get stuff that I want, I'm certainly not going to go in certain pockets of my money to give it to you. Like, that's not, we have to get out that mentality, even taking out of our savings and doing things like that, because if the truth be told, we're not going to put it back. Come on. We have good intentions, but we're not going to put it back because we needed the extra money anyway, because we mismanaged or misbudgeted in another area, right? So self-control, money management. And then number 5, if I fail to plan, I plan to fail. I got it right, Jill. Goal setting, and not only goal setting, but I had to say, okay, I want to achieve these goals. I want to get from a place of saying I want to be out of debt to actually seeing those things come to fruition in my life. So I don't know about you, but the first quarter of 2017, and every quarter for that matter of next year, I want to pay off a bill. I want to pay off a bill. But that sounds good, right? Oh, that's great, Treal. Yeah, that's good. But I have to have a plan in place. And this is where the Goal Achievement Workshop comes to play. Because I can't do it in my own strength. I can't do it just by having good intentions, by having a great attitude, by even being on this scope and, having all of you accountable to what I'm saying right now. This is not enough. If the truth be told, this is not enough. I have to put a plan in action, and I have to be able to see that plan. The Bible says, write the vision and make it plain. So I have to be able to see that plan, and I have to be able to see how that plan is working for me. I have to be able to track that plan to see where I'm going wrong. I have to be able to track my spending to see where I'm going wrong. Come on, somebody. So there is a plan that I have to put in place. And without the plan, all of this stuff that I just talked about is not going to happen. It's not going to work. And not only do I need the plan, but I need accountability. So I need to make sure that I have somebody that's going to be able to say, okay, Treal, here we are, February 28th. Where are we? Is this bill paid off yet? I need somebody to be able to do that. So even Dave Ramsey, I know that he believes in the snowball effect, which many do believe in that. And that's basically paying down the lowest bill first. Some do the lowest bill or the lowest interest rate, but the lowest bill first. So if you owe $800 on one bill and $2,000 on the other, you want to target that $800 bill to pay off first. And then whatever you were paying for that monthly bill, say $30, you're going to put that with the $40 that you were paying toward the $2,000 bill. So now you're paying $70 toward the $2,000 bill because the $800 bill is paid off. I probably didn't explain that all the way right, but I think you guys get it. So that's the objective here. That's what we want to do here. And that and so many other different strategies, but that's something that I've been wanting to do, and I've tried implementing, and I have implemented in the past, and it has been successful, but then a flop. Because motivation enough is not going to get it. Me being inspired enough is not going to get it. Me having great intentions enough is not going to get it. So I want to invite you all. If you have money goals for 2017 and you know that without a doubt, you need to make some things happen. You need to change some things you've tried in the past. You've tried setting goals. You've tried, putting things in motion, but they always flop. They never worked out. They never, you never was able to follow through until the end. Then I want to invite each of you to join us on January 5th for our goal achievement workshop. It's a goal achievement workshop. We're getting from the place of just goal setting to actually achieving the goals that we have in motion. So just by me wanting to do one of those goals of paying off a bill every quarter, I've already written it on my vision board for 2017 and all of that. But beyond that, I have to put it in motion. And I need a system that's going to work in my favor. So for all of you that are on here, I want you to go to tinyurl.com/achieve2017 and sign up for this goal achievement workshop. Notice we did not name it goal setting, but we named it goal achievement because we're going from a place from just talking about it to being about it. From just simply talking and declaring and decreeing to actually putting a system in place. And that's exactly what you'll get. You'll get a system in place to be able to help you to achieve your goals for 2017. We will walk with you hand in hand, step by step, in helping you to achieve those goals as early as the first quarter. You will get a workbook that's going to come along with that, and you will have an actual goal achievement calendar and so many other tools that comes along with this workshop. It's going to be 90 minutes of intense, of empowerment, of impactfulness, of you being able to achieve your goal. January 5th, 2017 at 8 p.m. is going to be virtual. So if you're saying I can't attend, it's not live, it is virtual. If you are busy at 8 o'clock on January 5th, if you register for this course, you will receive the replay. And guess what? You can replay it over and over and over and over and over again. So for less than, for not even less than, but for a little over $1 a day, you can join in this challenge. It's $39. Many of you guys missed the Christmas special, which was only $29. But now until the 29th, it's going to be $39. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Mika. $1 a day. So you guys need to go over to tinyurl.com/achieve2017. If you're saying I can't afford to, you can't afford not to. You can't afford not to. If you know you're in a place where you're looking at your bills, you're looking at your debt, you're looking at your poor spending habits, come on, somebody. You can't afford not to. You can't afford to allow this moment to pass you by. I'm just saying. You cannot afford for this moment to pass you by. So go over to tinyurl.com/achieve2017. Tiffany, we'll either have to give you a promo code or just email us, and we can make sure you get on that list. Because I know you won a ticket. 90 minutes. I'm telling you guys, you think this was nothing today. We're going to take you through. We're going to go walk hand in hand, step by step. I'm taking you through on how to not only we're going to show you how to set clear and concise goals, because some of your goals may not be clear. Some of your goals may be out of pocket. Some people can set goals and they mean well, but they're not within reason or within reach. So we want to make sure that your goals are in reason and within reach and show you how to step by step. Even if you're saying, I want to pay off a debt every quarter, if you have high debt and, your debt is $10,000 and plus beyond, that may not be possible. So you may say, I want to pay off half, or I want to pay off a third of my debt every quarter. You know what I'm saying? So there are different things. It's different for everybody. Everybody's situation is unique, but you have to know what is unique for you, and you have to know what you're able to do within reason, right? And within reach. So that's what we want to show you how to do. So 2017, this can be your year, really, where you're saying in June, we want you to look back and say, oh my God, I paid off 30% of my debt. I paid off 50% of my debt. I am on my way to prosperity. I not only have the minimum of the $1,000 in my emergency account, but I have $5,000 in my emergency account. So if something were to happen to me, matter of fact, if something were to happen to me, I'm out of work for 6 months or 8 months, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a system in place. Come on. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. So that's my time on today, you guys. Yes, Daniel. Daniel, are you signed up? Are you going to sign up? That's my time on today. What time I got here? I'm going to be back on tomorrow because tomorrow I want to talk about creating the plan. Awesome. Make sure you get that deal. I don't want you to have to pay over that $39. Yes. Yes, several tools. Mika, go check out the website. It'll tell you everything that's going to come with it. You get a 90 plus page workbook because it's going to prepare you for at least 90 days, and you can recycle that and use every quarter. So 90 plus several other benefits, several other tools that you'll get, physical tools that you'll get. Well, they'll be electronic, but you guys know what I mean, that you'll get. Now, we're just not going to talk to you. Yeah, you're going to have a game plan. You're going to have an action plan, a goal achievement action plan that's going to be in place for you guys. So tomorrow I want to talk about creating the plan. So I'm going to be on noon tomorrow, and also noon Thursday. Jill will be on 8 p.m. tonight. So make sure you guys catch her at 8 p.m. tonight. Jill Billuck, Jillbulluck. So does anybody have any questions for me before I chime off here? Any questions? Any questions? I'm here to answer your questions. I'm serious about this thing, you guys. I'm serious. 8 p.m. tonight, yes. My husband laughs at me, but I'm serious. I told him I was on a budget for his Christmas gift. He's like, I don't want to hear you on a budget for my gift. I'm like, everybody on the budget. Like, I'm on a budget for everybody's gift. You're not special. I mean, you are, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. This is the budget. So you fall in that budget with everybody else. Come on. Like, he tells me these things he wants. I'm like, oh, okay. But every year I get what I want for him. I'll get him like 1 or 2 things that he may have asked for, but he already know. 11 years, you already know what's up. Nothing changed. So anyways. So if you guys don't have any questions for me, I appreciate you all for joining. Yeah, he's fancy, girl. Yeah, my mother-in-law, Lord Jesus. I blame it on her. If you guys don't have any questions for me, I'm going to go ahead and get off. I thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing the hearts. I know many of you may be at work or taking your lunch breaks and things of that nature. So I don't take that lightly that you decided to spend this time with me on this afternoon. So join me tomorrow at 12 noon. And we're going to talk about creating what I have down here, creating the plan. I have some steps that I want to share with you on tomorrow. And catch Jill tonight, Jillbulluck, on tonight. She'll be on live and poppin'. And until tomorrow, you all be blessed. Yes! July or June? Are you coming to the conference, Danielle? June 23rd and 24th? Okay. June 23rd and 24th. The conference. In Silver Springs, Maryland. Yes, June 23rd, 24th. Same here, sweetheart. Yes, June 23rd and 24th. All right, you guys. See you later. Have a good day. Bye.